Once again, this week's section, we got Anthony Joshua, the former heavyweight champion, unified heavyweight champion, coming to the ring. This is a rematch with Usyk. One of the keys for victory, I think, for AJ in this matchup is he got to be extremely more aggressive. There's the world champion right there, Usyk, wearing his Color of Freedom shirt, coming out confident. He had a very definitive victory in the first fight, so he's looking to repeat, continue with his winning streak. Yep, AJ coming in, 32 years old, Usyk 35 years old. AJ has had 26 professional fights, 24 wins and 2 losses. Usyk 19 wins, undefeated. Here comes the stare off at the beginning of the fight, pretty intense. All right, so we get into the first round, and the game plan scene for Usyk was to use lateral movement. You can try to control the pace with his jab. Him being a southpaw, that's always a good situation. Now for AJ, he has to be, to turn this fight around from the last one, he got to be more aggressive. He has got to throw. He has to bring the volume up. The biggest thing that AJ has to overcome in this fight is he has to have more confidence. He has to believe he can go out here and win. He can't be shell shocked from the shots coming from Usyk. But Usyk came out with, like I said, boxing as usual. Look like see how he's getting a reaction, using feints, jabbing to the body, coming upstairs, downstairs, moving lateral movement to the right. Now situationally against the southpaw, you're supposed to be stepping heavy to your left. AJ, he didn't do that in the first fight, so let's see if with his new trainer Robert Garcia, he can maybe make some changes to allow him to do it in this fight. So it's a good movement, good action early on. So it looked like Usyk. I think the game plan for Usyk is to try to take this a little deeper. AJ was pacing himself. He was trying to use a jab. He was throwing some hard shots to the body. See right there, winging shots. But Usyk, like I said, look, combinations. He's moving out, slipping. Defense was superb for Usyk. AJ was throwing more shots, but Usyk was slipping a lot of those punches. AJ was having hard time with the speed and the boxing ability. Usyk in the initial fight, I think, was looking for the knockout. But in this fight, it's clear that he was trying to drag Anthony Joshua later into the fight. I think at the end of the day, the gas can't hold. Okay, well let's call low blow, but I think that's what AJ needs to do in this fight. He needs to mix it up, get a little dirty. I would have liked him to come right back out and hit him again. I mean, he got to make it hard for Usyk. You gotta realize this is a fight. This ain't a boxing match. I'm the bigger man. I'm coming in at I believe 254, around that weight. I'm gonna push you around. I'm gonna let you know I'm here. I'm gonna try to intimidate you. I'm gonna use my heavier hands. I'm gonna punish you. Good shots by AJ. AJ was hurting him to the body. I mean, good shots to the body, but it's just like it was just so far. But he needed more volume. See right there, getting physical. Wrestle with him a little bit, throw more shots to the body. But Usyk just once again back boxing well, lateral movement, stepping to the right, controlling everything. AJ has to feel like he was trying to pace himself so that he could stay in this fight, prepared to go to 12 rounds. But the thing about it is, in a situation like this, I think he just had to go for it. His best chance for victory was to win in the first 8 rounds, and it had to be a knockout. And he really just had to throw more often to do that. He threw the jab. I felt like in the first fight he threw more shots, like the straight right hand to the body, but this one he used more hooks. He stepped forward. Now he didn't allow Usyk in the first fight. Usyk was able to stay in the middle of the ring and kind of control distance there. In this fight, AJ did push him to the outside. It looked like he was attempting to cut the ring off, and when he would get a couple body shots in, but it's just no follow-up. Like, see right there, you can't let him off the hook. You gotta try to really go hands in on that, when you get him up against the ropes like that. Here comes round 10. It's my favorite round of the fight, man. A lot of action. Like I said, strategically, I noticed Usyk kind of changed up his pacing. Instead of sitting down throwing his hardest shots, he just threw combinations. Look at those combinations. And AJ was just getting, you could just see the battery draining on him. Look, the jab there. Boom. AJ came in. Body shot hurt Usyk. Look, Usyk was looking for a little help, but no, that was clean. That was just a good shot. But then he come back with combinations. Usyk really used his speed in the 10th round. AJ was, this is probably, like I said, this is the best round of the fight. blistering exchanges. But Usyk just now, it's like he's powering up. Shots to the body. Nice uppercut. Boom, combinations. Usyk was looking really good. That's all, 10th round, it's all over. At this point now, like, AJ's, you know, from what I was seeing, AJ was now he's behind. He has to win. He has to get a knockout to win this fight. And he just has to go for broke. Because at this point in time, he has a couple options. Either you lose on the scorecards, you get knocked out, or you get the knockout. That was it. There's no other options at this point in time. He has to go for it. He's trying to be physical. But Usyk just brilliant. Excellent boxing. Controlled the ring. Jab. Combinations. Lateral movement. Had AJ swinging at the air at times. He's just a step behind him. And he could never catch him. Yeah, at this point, like I said, AJ's just exhausted right now. But he's sticking in there. But to win, he has to do so much more. Usyk is just dominating. Look at the combination. Fight ends right there. I had it, you know, I predicted it was going to be a split decision. As watching the fight, I think it was definitively Usyk won easily. But it turned out to be a split decision. You know, that's boxing for you. But Usyk did get the nod. He definitely did win this fight. Great matchup. But like I said, AJ he just didn't have it. He just could not get it done. They're just like, you just gotta have a meanness and you gotta go for it. And you know, people, you can't discount losses and how they affect the fighter. The Andy Ruiz loss, I just feel like it just took a part out of him, because if you watch AJ early in his career, when he would get into exchanges, when he would get into fights, he would fight people. Like, there was like back and forth. Like, look at the Dylan White fight. He got hurt in that fight. He came right back. Klitschko, same thing. Got hurt in that fight, came right back battling. And Andy Ruiz, for some reason, that fight with him just took a part of AJ. And he needed that tonight, and he just wasn't able to get it done. Congratulations to Usyk, you know, defending his titles. Possibly looking forward to undisputed tilt against Tyson Fury next. But like I said, we'll just let this night be about Usyk and AJ. Great, really good heavyweight fight. But Usyk, like I said, he was dominant. I ain't even gonna speak on the scorecards. You know, like I said, I called a split decision because I felt like that something like that would happen. But no way, no how, AJ did not win this fight. And Usyk, you know, his pedigree showed in the championship rounds that he was able to dominate. Well, thank you for watching another video from the King of Kings Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down these highlights. A great championship match this weekend. So just go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. And thank you for watching again.